Blah. Oi, mate.
Oi, nah.
Water. Notion's got a beer. I got water. Notion's got a beer. Oi. What it does, what is poppin', what is crack-a-lackin', everybody. My name is MIAC. Get it?
Hey, and my name is nowhere to be seen, Nosh Dog.
And welcome to episode 134 about Habs Podcast. That was good.
I like that one.
That was good. I like that. That was good.
Well, I also got the stunner shades on. You can't see me. It's basically because, I'm too cool for school, but also it's bright as fuck and my eyeballs can't take it.
I like it. I think you said in the beginning, and this is a niche joke, and he will appreciate the Styles Fuego glasses. Any of our Melbourne hip-hop heads in the scene back in the day, they will know exactly what we're talking about. Shasta Fuegs. Good cunt.
Good dog.
So, Nosh, it has been... Do you know what? Let me check right now. What's your guess to the last published podcast? I'm checking our feed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. This is bad.
It's a month or more than a month then, because you're saying bad.
Yeah. What? Yes. What is it? We're recording on Monday, September 12th, right now.
Tuesday, isn't it Tuesday?
Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Fucking hell! This is how often my kids I am. So it's Tuesday.
Go home.
It says Tuesday on my watch. It literally says Tuesday,
fantastic.
and I fucking said.
I'm
Monday.
Like, my computer can't be wrong. I'm like, wait.
No, Apple is almost always. Jesus
Oh.
Christ. So it was August 1st was the last day we dropped the podcast.
Damn.
So that means it's coming up on 6 weeks. Jesus, it was unintentional. I think we owe everybody an explanation. But then maybe people are used to our occasional inconsistency. We've been good for a while too. Fuck. We were recording on. It was just Notion and I. Dan couldn't make it. So we've all had a really busy summer. I think last summer, we also. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's out. Everyone's busy. There's this on, and everyone's schedules were tough to align. Even today was super last minute, and you can tell it's just Notion I for now. Dan will be joining us shortly. He's just in the middle of something that he couldn't stop, and we do have a time limit today, so we're just trying to maximize and get shit done. So Notion I were recording on like the week after that pod, and we decided to do it without Dan. We're like, so it's usually a last minute decision. If we're going to do it without, obviously we want the three of us, if anything's possible. But if we're like, okay, well look, it's either that, all three. If we can't get all three, it's either don't do the podcast or me and Nosh can do it. We're like, all right, fuck it. So we typically would do that.
And that was August 15th. I have on my, my time.
It was.
That's the date that we attempted it.
Oh.
So this is to give just for reference. We did try it.
So that was the week before I left. Then the week I left that foot. And in the middle of recording, no, I'm not even saying the middle. We were like 9 minutes in, and then everything went and I lost power here. So we didn't know what was going to happen. We were like, all right, we went and took Barrington, our pup, for a walk, and I was going to suss out the neighborhood because I'd said there was some sort of reports of a tree falling. So let's go and take a look. So we went for a walk around the neighborhood and we didn't see anything. And by the time we got back, it still wasn't on. And no, we were just like, let's just call it. And fuck, we just deleted the episode. We're like, fuck it. Because we only got 9 minutes in, it wasn't even worth trying to tack on later. We both had shit to do, so that was why it's been such a break. And then Dan was away that week that we left. No, that's not true. Dan left the next week that we tried to record, and I was gone that week too. And then Dan had another week of vacay, and then I think that's here we are basically now. So it's been hectic, so we apologize. We really want to stay consistent with this shit. It's important, but we're just trying to figure it out. Now we're setting up our communication better. We're gonna have calendar invites so we all know, so we don't forget. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna fucking fix it. So Mans is out here. So Nosh, in the last 6 weeks, obviously we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got to catch up with ourselves. There's a whole bunch of shit that happened in the time. Some of it we'll cover. We've got a big list. We'll just touch on whatever we feel like. But let's catch up for a bit because I got a bunch of shit that happened with me. Nosh, last 6 weeks. So basically all of August and the first little bit of September, which is kind of like peak summer, really, isn't it? Like,
honestly, yeah, it was pretty fucking hot. man, fuck. Saw some crazy sunsets.
Did you go
Lots
anywhere?
of mountain. Did I go anywhere?
I know you did that horseshoe place.
Did I go to the bike park? Yeah, I told you last episode. So yeah, so I went to the horseshoe bike park with the boys. That was sick.
Big
I
ups.
got my ass kicked at the bike park, but then I didn't crash a second time, but I got better and I've got faster and all that kind of stuff. So since then, it's been going on lots of more bike rides, lots of more. Good one.
I like that.
I've met some lots heaps sticks and fucking I can't even talk.
We've forgotten how to podcast.
I've forgotten how to talk. I actually had a little quick kip on the couch before we did this, so I think my brain is. I don't nap. I'm really bad at napping. So it's
a kip is a nap. It's like a Kiwi word for a nap, I think, right?
Kip. Yeah, fucking.
Bit of a cup.
Just struggling, eh? Bit of a mental.
No, it's okay, bro. You're doing choice C.
Doing such a choice job, eh?
Choice, bro.
Yeah, man, lots of nature, lots are outside, stacks of vitamin D. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, if you say vitamin and you say D, you really have to pause it. I don't know.
Well,
if I said stacks of D, I would have had to pause that one.
Good point.
You know what I'm trying to tell you? But yeah, stacks of bike rides. I met lots of like-minded mountain bike individuals on Instagram in the past month and in the past 2 weeks. Well, no, I've met them in the past couple of months, and in the past 2 weeks, I've been riding with them. So squads of 4 and 7, which is crazy. 7 deep, dude. That's like fucking 150 grand rolling at once. The amount of these bikes is so tight. Yeah, it's like a whole squad because mine's like fucking 8, and then everyone else's has got similar price bikes, and they're just tight, dudes. It's like,
Jesus. Then you add the camera gear.
All the camera gear. Yeah, everyone's got GoPros. Everyone's got top of the line shoes and helmets. Cool. Like I said, there's a stack rolling down the forest.
Damn.
And then
probably don't advertise that shit. You know what I'm
saying? But yeah, with 7 cunts, you could ground and pound someone out. But it's all good.
And you can ride away very quickly. I'm not going to pause that.
Not going to pause that? Cool.
No, I refuse.
So yeah, I had some great progression days, and you know when you do something difficult and you're kind of scared of it, and then you kind of something clicks, and then you just not, and then you go crazy with it. Depends on nothing. Doesn't matter what it is: violin, wanking, riding a bike, whatever. Right? So I had like a mental.
There's a few things I've attempted there, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I was going to get through it now. Fucking seasoned pro.
Champion. Absolute veteran. So, I learned how to corner faster and I learned how to brake less, which sounds stupid, like just let go of the brakes. Nah, but it's scary. But anyway,
it's a skill. I get it.
I learned how to corner faster and be better and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, lots of progression, lots of fun rides, recording the whole thing. I've got content on the Notion MTB YouTube channel scheduled till January 1st. And I've got about 12 or 13 episodes ready to go to edit to then upload. So I'll have stuff until fucking April already if I had all those edited. So well ahead of the game and as far as my schedule that I've set for myself, and I'm proud of my efforts. So that's been sick. Mountain bikes and...
You hit 500,000 views?
Half a million. Ain't gonna let me announce it to the kids.
Okay, sorry.
So I got fucking 500,000, and
I wanted to brag about my brother. Can I? Can I?
You
let me?
Off, go off.
Thank you.
Go off.
Go off, King.
So that was pretty cool, and yeah, it's at almost 550 now, and it's just climbing, mate. So 800 subscribers passed last night, yesterday.
Amazing.
I think Monday morning.
You'll be at a K in a month or so.
No, I'll be at 1,000 in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's how quick it's moving.
Easily.
Oh, that's amazing.
By the time we speak in the next couple, trust me, by the end of this month, easily, I reckon in 2 weeks I'll have it because I'm getting about 100 or so every week in a smidge. So yeah, should get it by this month, and then I think YouTube will open the taps for me. And I should get a few more coming through.
That was our theory.
That's what I reckon. I'm just gonna put it out there. So,
I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you about the e-bike situation? Did I tell you that I wrote it on air? Did I tell you about that last time?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I had the opportunity to. So another one of the Instagram mates that I met is a guy who works for a high-end bike shop on the Danforth.
Okay.
Cycle Path, and that's a great store. So anyway, he works with that store, and he's like, we bumped into each other a few times on the trails, and we know that we're solid cunts. And he's a younger dude, and he goes to me, "Hey man, love your channel. When I first saw it, only had like 300. Now it's got like 800. This is great, looking pretty good now. I have the opportunity to ride some brand new $12,000 carbon fiber e-bikes. Do you want to go for a rip one day and get some content?" And I was like, "Fucking boom, of course."
Sick.
Wow. So I went to So shout out to my mate Essa from Cyclepath. And so we got the opportunity to ride some Orbea. That's the brand. Wild is the category name. It's an enduro style mountain bike. So it's also a pedal assisted motor. So it has a crazy ass motor in it, which is the harder you put in the cranks, the harder you get back from the battery. So it's very progressive and stuff like that. So yeah, I got the opportunity to ride that for like 4 hours, and we ended up covering like almost like 40 Ks, and it was an absolute pleasure. It was a very different biking experience. Also, some small challenges. I usually ride an extra large, and I had to ride a large that day. So the size kind of matters. It made the bike a little more playful, a little more looser under me.
Are you a size queen?
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not really. I'm on my third season into this mountain biking shit, so I don't really know. I haven't ridden that many different bikes. I just ridden my own. So like,
I respect it.
Size queen, you talking about like, is that like a thing?
Cocks. It's like if you some chicks or gay dudes are like, they're called size queen, meaning if it's less than 8 inches, I'm not touching it. So that was like a bit of a subtle little cock joke in there for you.
Fair enough.
Mate.
I don't know cock as well as you. I'm sorry.
I'm a fucking seasoned pro, mate. That's right.
You know what I mean?
I'll take care of you when it comes to cock. Okay. So pause. You got to ride the bike and film the content. So you'll be releasing a proper, like
long form episode.
It's almost like a in-kind gift. Like you get lent, because I think like for the higher end products like that, you get lent. You get the access. You say like an espresso machine that's worth 10 G's or something. Like you get they brand lends it to you. You use it. You make your content and you give it back to them. But it's still working with the brand. Exactly, it's like it's called an in-kind gift as opposed to a paid post. But that gets you started on the influencer marketing side of things. Like you're actually like you're a creator that works with brands now. In the mountain bike space, because you've already been working with brands in the Wave plugins and stuff on your music side from Ill Note Studios and Notion Baby on Instagram. So then now you're able to take the Notion MTB into that sphere and kind of level up, and then even if it's a small, working directly with the shop as opposed to the brand. But that's step one, and then step two is get sent products and blah blah blah, and then you're going to be making so you'll be making basically content for long form for YouTube and then short form for shorts and reels and all that fun stuff and TikTok.
Exactly right. Yeah. Cool. So the idea for that was just to test it out. I've never ridden a carbon fiber frame, which is just super light, super strong. But I've also never ridden a mountain e-bike. So, and the quality of this was so good. Like the specs, as far as the components, like the suspension, the drivetrain, was as good as my bike. So I felt like it was the equivalent. If anything, the shock at the back was better. I put my pedals on it and we went all day. So we ended up doing some of the big boy trails that I don't really do because they're either super steep climbs and some of them are damn near impossible. And this just made going up like an absolute fucking roller coaster treat. It was the sickest thing in the world. So yeah, having a real good experience, thanks to Cyclepath, on the Orbea Wild. So that was so sick. So got an opportunity to ride an e-bike for the first time. That episode is going to be amazing. And then since
is that coming soon? Just because you might have to put that ahead of the game, since it was kind of like a.
I was thinking about it. I want to actually talk to the guys at the store and see what their plan is, because like I have a schedule to
talk to them
to my channel and have everything coming out in order on purpose. The only things everything is actually coming out in real time order. Just coming out in the order. It was filmed in. It's like 4 months behind.
It might be worth it breaking it for a one-off thing, because if you think about it from a strategic perspective, like it allows other brands to see you working with brands sooner than later. Like maybe, do you know what you could do? Here's an idea. Look, it's cool to talk about this on air. You could coincide this video, have it all edited and in there and scheduled for the future. But as soon as you hit 1K, then drop it. You can say, I'm going to drop it. You know what I mean?
That's what it'll be. Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, like I was thinking
have the shorts cut.
My horseshoe videos because I went there twice in 2 weeks. I'm not going to have two really good bike park episodes fucking so close together. So the second one I'm going to release that
spread
later
out
on.
like another month or
The
something.
first one's coming out on Christmas because that's just the way the scheduling. It literally like just the way the scheduling went. It landed on fucking Christmas Day.
Why not?
So I might put it out depending on what my stats say. Depending on what day's busier, I'll chuck it out on. Maybe I'll chuck it on Christmas Day to be like, hey, happy Christmas from Nosh Dog. Here's a sick episode because everyone likes a good bike park, you know, especially since Toronto's main one in Blue Mountain got shut down because some people got heavily injured and passed away. So
really?
They shut it down. Yeah, they had some really bad section that was built all fucked up, and then there's some really tragic shit happened. So they closed down the mountain bike trails at the Blue Mountain Ski Resort. So they just do the skiing in the winter, but they don't do mountain biking at all anymore because the lawsuit that the family put on them shut the whole shit down. So
insane.
So it's a horrible thing to happen. But the only mountain bike park now is Horseshoe, which is just north of Barrie a little bit. Gotcha. So that's where everyone seems to be going, and they've put a lot of fucking effort and money into getting new courses and buying machinery and getting fresh dirt, blah blah blah, trail crew builders. So they've been doing a good job because the demand for mountain biking in Ontario is actually quite ridiculous. Everyone, like whenever I've gone there on an off-peak Monday, Tuesday, it's full of cunts. And then I've seen the footage of, which I wouldn't want to go on a weekend. It's so packed. But
wouldn't it be fun? Yeah.
What you got to do? It's still fun because there's cunts everywhere, but like it's just not like it's not a breeze, and I like to have it nice and smooth. So anyway, pause. You know what I mean? Like so, crazy content for the mountain bike channel coming up. Lots of good opportunities.
It's exciting, dude. I'm happy for you.
I also got a random on Instagram gave me a shout about a sunglasses company. So I just got a code for a free pair of sunnies. So they're coming in the mail. They're coming like tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah. So I get some free sunnies. So people have been taking notice of, and it was funny because like my Instagram isn't like popping like the YouTube. Like I've only got a few hundred followers on the Instagram, but I'm getting about 14,000 views a week on the reels and stuff like that. So I'm getting lots of views, but I'm not getting followers and shit. But still, I'm getting companies holler at me saying, "Hey, we like
the content. They can tell it's serious.
Yeah, we like exactly."
I wonder if it's because it's niche. I was trying to understand when I threw you a couple ideas the other night when we were talking, and I was curious how it works as far as like who the biggest riders, like how many followers do the biggest cunts in the field have, like I know the biggest breweries maybe have 150,000, maybe 200 for like the Stone or Sierra Nevada or something, but like that's as much as you get on Instagram. Otherwise most breweries are like under 50K, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to understand.
No, what you're asking, because when you text me that, I didn't get it across like that. So some of the pro riders are getting like 750,000, 1 million followers.
Okay.
And all the YouTubes are getting like 500,000 subscribers, 700,000 subscribers. Okay. And then, then when you talk about Ontario and Canadian stuff, you're talking about like 75K, 50K,
okay,
40K.
But you, I don't know how much we want to go into this on air. It's just content ideas and stuff. But like I was curious because I feel like, I was suggesting that you do some maybe live interviews or something, just to try to like accelerate the view side of things, because you need to get to the 4,000 watch hours. You're going to hit the 1,000 subscribers real soon. But and one idea was that, and I think I was just trying to look at it from like, say BOS, like we have more numbers than most beer media in Canada. If not, we might be the biggest. I don't know, but those numbers make it easier for me. If I reach out to a brewery, they're going to say yes to being on the pod. Gotcha. So what I was thinking from your side is that if you reach out to a rider that has 75,000 Instagram followers on say from your Instagram, and you have 200 something, but your YouTube has 1,000 plus, how likely are they going to be to want to be on that podcast? Oh, not a podcast, sorry, but have like a 30-minute conversation on a live video just for something different, and just just to try and like get some different type of engagement and to switch up the content, so it's it's even easier for you, because you just sit there and talk to cunts. Like, all right, when you start writing, man, okay, so like where you're at, tell me what the you got hills nearby, but whatever, so like all of that type of shit, because it's worked for BOS, and we've been here for 8.5 years, and you're a part of it, so you've seen that whole growth and what that's allowed us. Well, I think this is the one I'll show. This is a 6 beer can with my fucking face on it, all because of this. So like I was trying.
Press round of applause. Give a round of applause for that.
Yes. But I want to see you, because you're taking this so seriously and you're doing it so what's the word, intentionally. You're very intentional about this, and you're very thoughtful, and we have a group chat with me, you and Tiff anyway, but it's become the YouTube chat, and we're throwing you're throwing stats, we're throwing ideas around and blah blah blah. It's like, it's cool to see you do it. And I was like, all right, well then you're getting to the stage because you did the growth stage and you studied the game, blah blah blah, and then the next phase is like, how do I take this to the next stratosphere? And part of that is, I think BOS has grown because other people see us partnering. They see us on other things. If you interview somebody, they're not listening for me. They're listening because they want to hear us talk to Beltwoods or whatever. So gotcha. Like, if they're going to be listening, they might not know who you are, but they know who this writer is. So then they'll go, oh, who's this guy? Oh, fuck, this guy's a writer. Fuck, he's got some sick shit. So you are participating in the culture of it and interviewing other more experienced people. So then you're going to learn shit. You're just going to fucking learn more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just, my thoughts with that are like, who do I have to figure this out at some point.
I would love to help you with that.
Who are the first bunch of cunts I holler at, and how high do I have to aim? Because you know what happened today on fucking Instagram on Notion MTB account? Mm-hmm. There's a commentator named Rob Warner. He's the absolute GOAT. He used to be a rider. He's won a World Cup. He's a mad dog.
Gotcha.
And he's literally the voice of mountain biking. He is undeniably the fucking man. And the UCI got bought by Discovery/Warner, so everything this whole year has been turned upside down. They invented a semi-final for a fucking race now, which is literally like a one-off kind of thing. They changed the format of the race. They fucked everything up, changed all the rules, all this sort of shit. They got rid of the Red Bull Association, which meant all the commentary team, which is all the fucking experts. Like, whether they're most of them are ex-riders, and then they're all just either mechanics or just fucking absolute knowledgeable. They love the sport through and through, been in it for like 20, 30 years. And now all of a sudden, like, they've gone and they've got new voices, they've got new commentators, and they can't keep up. They're just horrible, bro. They're ruining mountain biking as a whole as we go. Although the racing's been top tier, the format of the commentary is horrible, man. Like, I'd rather watch it on mute. I reckon I could do a better job, not even like blowing smoke. There's one dude who can't even speak English on it, and he's like a French dude, but he was a rider and whatever the fuck. And the other dude I think he's Irish, and he's pretty good, but I think he's better at cross country. The downhill commentary is so specific. It's like the Formula One of mountain biking, and these cunts changed the best part about it, and they've ruined it all. So back to what I was saying this morning on Instagram, Notion MTB, Rob Warner retweeted, because he last year in Ligier, which is a track in France, they had, someone posted a video with Rob Warner's commentary, and I put that on my stories and said, this is what's kind of missing. These guys are fucking legendary, blah, blah, blah. And then Rob Warner shared it on his thing. Cunt's nice. Fucking the top name in, Red Bull mountain biking, and he fucking has the time to respond to my DM where I said, cheers, mate, after he shared it. And it's just top tier. So
that could even be a type of
really
cat.
Approachable.
I would start. Okay, I think that's exactly the impression I got, and I feel like you'd start a little smaller, because by the time the thing about the bigger cunts, they're going to want to see examples of the thing. They don't want to be the guinea pig. So then you get in the smaller cats, maybe some dudes you already have, even if the people have 500 followers or whatever. Have some conversations.
I can just start with some local boys that are local legends, and then just work out from there.
Just to get okay, Daniel's ready. He's about to join us. But yeah, I'll bring him in right now.
Baby D, actually. There he is.
Baby D in the building.
Baby D.
He's gone.
Sonny.
He's gone Glizzy Overdrive.
Going into Glizzy Overdrive.
That's the
Damn, son. Pause that?
What were we saying?
Glizzy. No, leave your Glizzy Overdrives on.
I
got my Glizzy Overdrives a bit on from the start, B.
I'll do exactly what the guy does. He goes... increasing grip by 7%.
He's like... And the next part? The next part
will get us banned.
Oh, yeah. Daniel's in the building. That's pretty good. We've only been yapping. We only got to... We're still talking about like catching up with Brad. About with no show.
I heard. I've been hearing it through my headies.
Okay. So you already know that. Okay, you've been hearing everything. Beautiful. Yeah. So then, Nosh, did you have anything else you want to touch on, or do you want to pass the mic to Dan to go over his catch up? Was there anything else you want to talk about? I know we were really going on a mountain bike and content, but that was valuable.
Yeah, man, like that's pretty much it. Like other than really just necking down on that, just been making more beats and trying to post about them on Notion Baby, Instagram, everything like that. Been mixing a couple of songs for vinyl getting released in Australia, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Gang.
Sick.
So mastering for vinyl is like a gentle process. You're gonna be like really got to get the specs on and like take it easy and massage it nice. Yeah, it's real different.
It's not like Glizzy Overdrive. It's like just
it's not like Glizzy
Glizzy.
Overdrive. Mastering from a streaming song, mastering for vinyl is a lot more gentle. So yeah, that's pretty much it for music. But it's been great, man. Loving life.
Love to see it. Love to fucking see it. That was a good catch up. I know because it's been a hard minute between all of us, and I know that so that's great. So Dan, you and me have been moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
I was telling, I guess you heard in the beginning, like August 1st was the last one that we actually dropped.
I heard. I was surprised.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I just think August was fucked for all of us, and it was just impossible to meet. We were just so crazy. So for you, since the last episode, catch us up, whatever you want to talk about.
Let me think. Since
obviously the trips are probably the main thing I would guess.
The trips
are
you
like
had
the
mad
main people
things.
in town too. That's I think one of the reasons you weren't able to come to the last one that we did, because I think you had people staying with you again, and we missed that.
Yes.
Yeah, with middle week, then me and Nosh tried right before I left, blackout, and then I was away, and then you were away, and then blah blah blah.
Yes. So we had Mel's cousin stay with us.
Gang gang.
Yes. Gang.
Ice cream so good.
It was really good having them over. Actually, they're sick. They both live in Spain and shit. But then
that's your girlfriend's cousins. To people,
so my girlfriend's cousins, and yes, it was lit. They're honestly 10 out of 10. They're so cool, and I would literally have them live with us. They're amazing. Like
relax.
They're so cool. Sorry.
Ain't no quadruple going on here, my guy.
There's a.
I'm single, so if they're hot, just they can come live with me.
Oh yeah.
Well, they live in Spain. You said, right? It's a bit of a.
They live in Spain. There could be too much long distance.
Yeah. There's a lot of immigrants right now. Trudeau's just letting everyone in, so.
We'll see.
Let's go.
But then that happened. They were here for the best part of the month, and then after that, I literally went to New York on the day her cousins left. So I went to New York to meet up with my mum. No breaks. Literally no breaks at all. No breaks since probably Mel's mum came, which was probably in June? I think.
Oh, I remember it being June. That is so
crazy.
There was
actually no late, like there was everything had like a overlap. So Mel's mum went, then my friends came, then my friends went, then her cousins came, and then her cousins came, and then I went to New York. So it's been super hectic. But I went to New York it was August 28th, I believe.
Yeah,
and I went to meet up with my
day
parents.
We came back.
Yes, my parents and my brother, and it was lit. Like New York is incredible. Like it is. I just can't. Every time I go, I'm just like, yeah, this place is just too good. Like
it's insane.
Everything about it's amazing. It's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it truly is.
And like, yeah, the weather was good as well. We done a bunch of touristy things because you can never run out of touristy things to do.
Never.
So we literally done a bunch of shit. Went to a bunch of pubs and ate pizza. But yeah, it was lit. It was so good. And then after New York, I got back to Toronto for one day, and then I went to Mexico the day after. So then I was in Mexico for like 6 days or something. So yeah, and Mexico was incredible. It was the first time I've ever been to Mexico. It was fucking lit. Oh my god. 33 degrees every day.
It's like it's supposed to be.
It was fucking hot. But it was hot to a point where even the ocean, when you went to swim, it was boiling hot. So it's not boiling hot. It was just like it was just warm, and it was like I wanted to get cold at one point, and you just couldn't get cold unless you were in your hotel room. But yeah, it was amazing. Like we were so like almost like a bit worried because we booked with Swoop, and we know that Swoop's like shutting down now.
Are they?
So we were like, yeah, so they're shutting down, and we were just worried like, what if they cancel our flight? Because apparently that's been a big thing now. So, but then I got an email on the way back from New York saying our hotel is now shutting down, and they had to relocate us. So we were all worried about the flights, but then it was the hotel that actually let us down. But then it was okay because they gave us a choice of a bunch of different hotels, and the one we got when we actually got was like fucking lit. Like it was so good. It was like an upgrade, honestly.
The view you had from
Like,
the thing was like I didn't know you were in Playa del Carmen, right? Like I didn't know
yeah,
it
yeah,
looked like that.
yeah, bro. I was literally like the way Playa is like you have
Bless you.
the main strip, bless you, the main strip, and you have things surrounding the main strip, be that like different restaurants just outside, less touristy stuff,
Okay.
like more like stuff for locals kind of thing. And then literally go a couple blocks one way, there's a beach. You go a couple blocks the opposite way, there's a beach. So that's just like the whole
Can't
thing.
lose.
It's just like incredible. And like I done, we just done a bunch of shit. Like I done zip lining. I done. I
Dope.
was in like we booked ATVs, but when we got there, they gave us the option of ATVs or like one of the dune buggies things. So I was like, I've never done a buggy thing, so I went on the buggy, and it was so lit. Like it was so sick. And then we went into a cenote, which was lit. Got to swim in there.
Is that the little cave
And
thing?
the little cave thing, yeah, basically
Yeah.
natural water, just in the cave, just secluded from everything. It is so good. And I'm trying to think what else we did.
Food?
We went to the beach. Oh, the food was, bro, the food was 10 out of 10, fam. The food was so good. Like,
The
we,
tacos
we
look.
had, bro, you know what it is, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, growing up,
Explain.
like, growing up in, like, England and, like, being over here for a few years, I'm always under the impression that Mexican food is good, but I'm not gonna be actively seeking it because I'm thinking tacos aren't really gonna fill me up. Quesadillas, like they're good, but am I gonna choose a quesadilla over like some Jamaican food, for example?
Mm.
Like that's just how it is. But then when I went there, the tacos there, unbelievable. Like I could not believe how good they were. Like it was fake, bro. It was so good. Like everything about it, and we even had Jamaican food there. Yeah, taking a piss. Honestly, we had Jamaican food. Yeah, recommended by Clover. It was one of her friends,
It's
and
my mother-in-law, Daniel's aunt.
it was amazing. Like it was so sick. Like the Jamaican food, they had that to a T. It was so good, and
That's fire,
yeah,
bro.
just everything
so now,
was.
are you on a
10.
hunt for like? I'm very happy to hear that it was killer. Are you on the hunt for like? Now, because you're gonna have that fresh like taste for tacos type of shit. So now you're probably going to be running around Toronto like trying to find the most fire.
Mhm.
Although
I've already,
easily.
I've always been.
Kenzo,
I've already
I think
been
you're right,
on,
Nish.
There's two places.
Okay,
oh
so
yeah, go on.
Go on. Oh, there's one in the Mexican food hall, and then
Mhm.
there's another place called Seven Lives. Out of
Alright.
control.
I've been on Reddit, yeah, already trying to search it, and someone's already recommended that Seven. Is it what Seven
Dude,
Lives?
Seven Lives. Ridiculous.
okay,
My buddy
Okay.
Connor showed me that years ago. It's never failed me, and it's never been shit.
yo,
Always a huge line, cash only, fucking skitty pop.
oh, it's like
Boom.
quick and easy. Could we go there Saturday? Because I'm coming to hang with y'all on Saturday.
Sure.
Ooh.
Because I'm just gonna be driving. I got
Saturday
Barrington
night?
and Saturday
Let's
night.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
901, let's go.
boom.
But wait, yeah, that's good. That's good.
We'll talk about it, but yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
curious
yeah.
because I want to know because I haven't been to Mexico, but Tiff when she went a few years ago,
Yeah,
she said the same thing and like had it all there. It's just something about the freshness. I imagine it's like eating like the real patties and Jamaican
Real
food. In
shit,
Jamaica.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like real shit, man. It was so good. Like, just the tacos, I can't believe, and how cheap they were as well. Like, we went to, there was a place called Taco El Fagon, and that was like the main, like, anyone you ask there, locals, tourists, anyone, you go on Reddit,
They're like,
that's the main
"That's the
place in Playa del Carmen. You go there.
Okay.
And then we asked one of the other locals, they were like, honestly, this place is kind of overrated because obviously I live here, grew up here. Like, you should go to this other place. And it was like, kind of, it was way more dingy and just like, kind of just away from the main strip and shit. But bro, the tacos were $1.80 like each,
Dang.
and they were the best. Like I couldn't believe how good they were. And everything
Yeah,
that came, they just gave you a bunch of like fresh pico de gallo, fresh salsa verde, salsa rojas, like everything. It was so good. Like
usually that's the
it
way,
was great,
right?
man.
The dingier the spot, the better the food is.
Yeah, 100%,
That's
100%.
sick. Okay,
That's tight.
you really like?
How's the seafood? How's the seafood?
Yeah, good question.
Seafood. Let me think. What did I
Like
have that was even seafood?
pretty on the ocean still. They should have.
Yeah. But I can't lie, I didn't even have seafood like that. I had it once probably, and it was just a tuna steak from a random a random place, which is good. But it was kind of like I wasn't there to eat no fancy tuna steak. I'm there to get some greasy tacos, you know. So
Fair enough.
I didn't really look for that. Well, I should have probably, because they're probably
It's
mad
okay. Next
good
trip.
places.
I was
Now you
thinking,
know.
like,
Next
close
trip,
to the ocean, usually just get it in you, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. And I must say, everyone shits on Swoop, yeah, but I had like the best flights ever. Like on the way there was like no one on the plane, and then they were trying to balance the plane because there were so many people at the back. And they were like, me and Mel and I were just like, yeah, we'll sit at the front. And so they just let us sit at the front where there's extra leg room. There was like a charging port and
Oh
everything. We're like, this is
yeah,
fucking lit.
Let's
There was
go.
no
leg room.
turbulence whatsoever on the way there. And essentially, it was
That's the
like
best.
still like 4 hour
yeah.
flight. We got there in like 3 hours and 20 minutes. And I was like, this is fucking the
Zuma.
best.
Oh, because of no turbulence, so you just like fucking going.
It's just
Like,
straight there. And
Jet
even on
stream.
the way back, like there was barely any. It was like a little shaky, but it was kind of like it wasn't anything
Nothing.
concerning. It wasn't anything that made me feel like I was gonna, drop from the sky.
Shit.
But
fuck
it
planes.
was just so perfect, and we got there again like early, and immigration was quick. Both sides, Mexican and Canadian, like they were both really good. So yeah, it was 10 out of 10 trip, man. Both New
Shit.
York and Mexico. As hectic as it was, I'm glad I'd done both. Like,
I just got him out
back
the
to
way
back.
type shit. Do you feel like ready to get back into the swinger shit now? Do you feel kind of like, all right, summer, I went hard. It's time to kind of like hustle? Or...
Oh yeah. I'm ready. Like it was kind of like when I was my last few days there, I was also pissed off because I kept on getting mosquito bites, and I got like 30 mosquito bites. And at the end of it, I was kind of like, I'm ready to get back to Toronto and be like back on like work shit and
just a routine.
Routine shit, and just like I'm kind of even excited to go into the fall season, the colder months.
PSL,
And,
let's go.
Yeah, I had one actually. I had one from Versus Coffee. It was fucking lit. And also had one from the Nespresso store when we were testing out Nespressos. And it was
Don't
lit.
get one of them. Don't get an espresso.
No, it was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry.
Look, as far as capsule coffee is concerned, I know that for a fact it is absolutely the best of that. But that's like saying what's the prettiest turd? They're all.
I was gonna say, what's the best piece of shit?
Yeah, it's not. You deserve more than that. Is all I'm saying. You could the amount of money you would spend on an espresso. You could like it's over here somewhere. Our old espresso machine. I think it was worth 150, 200 for like a Breville, and it's fine. It's just like I wanted something better, and I stopped. It's too much of a hassle. The steam one sucked. Blah blah blah. But for the same price, you could get a very entry level espresso machine and have a better experience, a more custom experience.
No, it's true.
Because think about the beans; they're already ground in plastic, and the hot water goes through the plastic. You're getting what's it, BVAs? What's that shit? The bad shit from plastic, whatever the fuck that is. But this is hot water soaking up all that shit, and they're already ground. Nothing's fresh. Whereas if you buy fresh beans from your favorite stores, like from local like roasters, and then you grind it daily as you need it, you get this fresh fucking thing. You dial in the espresso. It's a fucking. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It's not my espresso machine. I don't even drink coffee like that. Don't shoot me. I'm just.
Oh, it's not yours. Okay.
I'm
sorry.
Just
I jumped down your throat. Pause. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
No pause.
Deep dive.
I just want I want my family to be experiencing the best, of each category, and I just feel that's
trust me,
understandable.
I agree.
It comes from a good place,
Thank you. But yeah,
that.
summer was lit. Vacations were lit, and I'm ready. I already made like plans for work and shit. I'm ready.
So you're going hard already, man. I love it. It's fucking lit. I feel that's why I was asking, because I feel the exact same way. Like my summer wasn't as hectic as like Nosh seemed pretty consistent with stuff. Dan, you sort of had non-stop and no breaks at all. I feel like we were just out here, like not every day, but like every week we were kind of doing something, trying to go on a patio, go to this brewery, go to this winery, whatever the fuck. And then we had our trip, and after coming back from that, I'm absolutely satiated. I'm exhausted, ready to just fucking hustle and sort of lean into the fall. I felt like we all had a good summer. That's what I felt. Tiff and I were talking. I'm like, I feel like all of us, whole squad, had a good summer. I feel very like, that was fun. It was the first summer back off a real summer after the COVID bullshit. So it's like with everything wide open and people out and about, like good fucking times,
It's gonna be lit. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving already. You know.
Oof.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving at my house, by the way.
Yeah.
Nation, you coming? You
Oh,
coming?
Yeah.
You
when's
coming?
that?
We're gonna
Thanksgiving.
make a
I don't know.
Thanksgiving.
October.
I think
I think it's second week of October.
All right, out here.
we're gonna
Um,
make a menu on Canva, and we're gonna email it to you.
Okay,
I'm excited because it's we all nominated Dan to host this year. We were like, Dan's in
Oh,
Toronto,
yeah.
Dan's hosting. Clover was like, Dan's hosting this, and we're like, yep, no, Dan. No, I think it was even Tiff first, because I think we want
It
to be
was
like,
one of them.
Dan's a big man's now. Dan, would you agree? No, Dan's is a big man's.
He's a big boy.
Quite a big.
He's a big boy. He's responsible. He has a good job. He's got his really nice crib in Toronto. He's settled, and he's got family. And now he's gonna be hosting. You know what I mean? We hosted last year. We hosted like 40,000 people here, and this year is Dan's. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
I'm ready.
I'm excited to participate.
My only concern was that obviously I didn't want Craig to have to not drink because obviously he has to drive and stuff. But obviously we sorted that out. We were like, look, if you want to park your car at Clover's and then Uber down, it's 10 minutes Uber. We're good.
Yeah, we could do that or it'd be casual and I just have like my usual 3 beers or something and just drink slowly.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, this computer's not charging. Why is it not charging, bitch? Then yeah, so we're gonna figure it out. Keep talking for a sec. I was gonna fix this so it charges.
All right, Brad, you coming?
I'll be.
Yeah. Do you want a +1? Actually, can I have +1 Oris?
Ooh.
Honestly, I'll bring the little cunt. He can eat all the leftovers.
There you go. That little cunt don't fuck around.
Eat the salad.
Mate.
Let's do it.
Love it. Thanksgiving, innit?
Yeah, like.
Thanks.
Let me see what I have here. Okay, so I'm gonna run through my shit a little. I'll try not to be too long. Because I feel like this first pod back, because it was 6 weeks, we deserve a catch up,
Yeah.
So Yeezy's first and foremost. So the August was the final Yeezy drops. So of this like batch that they've done, there might be more people are talking about, but we don't know. So I think I told you last time I got the 350 compacts. I got the utility black 700 V1s, which are fire. So my third pair of 700s, but they're killer. I think they're upstairs. I actually had to buy more of the shoe boxes, which is dope. So that was lit. I got Tiff I got her 2 extra pairs of slides, and I got Clover another. She has 2 pairs of slides now. So she's on the plane to England in a few hours, dripped out, ready to fucking go, just flex on these kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's been a Yeezy summer, so I don't know what's gonna happen from here, but I'm excited for more drops if they do. I got it's upstairs. I should have brought it. You're not allowed to say this publicly, but I've been a judge for the Junos, and people not in Canada. Junos is the Canadian Grammys, like ARIA in Australia, same thing. And I was a judge for 2 years in the R&B category. I think it wasn't 2 consecutive years, but I was a judge for that. And this last year, it's cool because they said if you say it publicly anywhere during the thing, then you get taken off or whatever, because obviously the artist could be like, hey, like, what up? Like, maybe you should vote, type of thing. So you're not supposed to say. And I think there's like 10 judges per category. Like, it's not many. So, like, your vote really, like, counts. And they just sent in the mail this wicked certificate, like, super, like, it looks like a university degree. The fucking thing. I actually had I'll show you a photo on my phone. It's really, really nice. I thought it was really sweet, and it was just funny because people were congratulating me on it, which is very sweet of everyone. But in reality, it's a participation trophy. It's really nothing to write home about, but it just looked really cool. So I just remember posting it, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, congratulations!" I want to be like, guys, like, I appreciate it. I just thought it was cool, and I wanted to acknowledge it because I was never allowed to say that I got it. So I just thought that was kind of funny that I'm trying to find
Congrats,
it.
Man. Congrats.
That's
such
sweet.
a thing, man.
Thanks, guys.
Man.
It was good to just turn up and participate. Click a few buttons, listen to some songs, overstate my importance and knowledge of music.
So good. I've never seen someone click a button like you.
Thanks, guys.
I've never seen feedback.
I've never seen feedback like this.
Never seen it. Oh, look at that.
Wow. John's.
So it's
Got the
like
Govy
that
out there on
seal.
blast.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Wow.
Cunts already know. But it made it look like I
man.
wanted or something. Ah, fuck! I should have saved that as a favorite.
Should have told cunts. Yep.
Yeah.
Juno, because I'm a sick dog, mate.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, I definitely didn't win a Juno. That would be fucking awesome. I actually submitted Relentless for a Juno, but like, I don't. You have to. I know, boo. You have to. I think you have to like know cunts, to be honest, to get anything with stuff like that. Like, you kind of got to suck a bit of dick and shit to get a did.
Not really into that, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no Glizzy Overdrive on this one, so that was fun. Something else we're doing, which is kind of cool. We are doing a. Oh yeah, we did a high season. Did a like a campaign with TubeBuddy. Obviously, you know that Nosh. TubeBuddy is the like a plugin for YouTube that just gives you more data and keywords and all this type of shit. So
good back end.
Yeah, we did like a partnership with them and did a few videos and stuff. But the last one we did, the agreement was they would do a blast on their newsletter, which goes to like 2 million people. So they did a blast out to Mans, and
that's sick.
Super good look, because the things that they said we can like pull in quotes, like I can't even remember, just like trend-setting agents. I don't know, some bullshit like that. Like, it's sick, like really good quote that I didn't write all that. Like, they asked me to write a bunch of shit and they just pulled a couple quotes, but they did a write-up. So that was really nice. That was a good look. I feel like I've posted stuff on Facebook lately and everyone's like responding positively, which is, it's nice. You have some cool shit.
Love that.
That was cool. And then the next shit was we're speaking at the Ontario Craft Brewers Conference in October. So we, me and Tiff and I, for Link Up, which is our non-profit in beer, and obviously on behalf of BOS and High Season. So like we're doing a full panel. It's not really a panel because it's just her and I. What'd you call it? A session, I guess, called the ethics and economics of diversity in craft beer type of thing. So really just breaking down why people should try and diversify the employees and the actual people who rock up to their brewery for multiple reasons. So that should be kind of fun. I posted about that today and Cunts were losing it over that, which is, I guess that's nice. It was a good look to be able to like talk to all these people and, network, politic, and leverage all that shit. So that's fun. What else happened? Oh yeah, my trip. Oh yeah, no, just before oh fuck, what did I press?
Oh, what did you do?
See, Fousey.
Wow.
Didn't mean it. Wow, I want to kick you guys
it's all
off.
About him. All about him.
It was actually a blank screen. It was literally all about Joker. We did this collab a couple of weeks ago. This was the second part of second version of the collab. Get it in your version 2.0.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, did you try it yet?
No, I haven't had it yet.
Let's say double IPA. So it's the second one. The first one we did in 2018. This was the first beer. We have since copyrighted Get It In You. Or trademarked, sorry, not copyright. So that is our shit. So this was the original one. This actual can, funnily enough, is full. But so yeah, now we have version 2, which is very cool to follow up on that because Sawdust City is the brewery there in Muskoka. They're good friends and they're just the sweetest cunts. So it was really nice to come on, Gentle. There you go. It was nice to get that out. So that came out, I don't know, in mid-August, right before we left, which is dope. So that was cool. And I was saying to No Shirley, that was, I think, my 6th can with my stupid face on it, which is interesting. I feel like I didn't, and that can started it. That wasn't even our idea. So I guess people kept doing it after that. So that was nice. And then the other shit was, so I had a nice little trip that we were talking about. Tiff and I had to be in Montreal for an event for Link Up a couple weeks ago. First time back in Montreal. And we're like, well, if we're going to go, let's like not just go to Montreal. Let's do like a fucking little New England little banger. So we did 10 days and we went to Albany, New York, to a brewery called Fidens, which is like the goat with haze. They're phenomenal. Went to Providence, Rhode Island, which was fantastic. Went to Pawtucket, which is where Family Guy is from, and it's a shithole.
There's nothing there.
Nothing. Like, we were trying to find a sign. All I could find was a police car that said Pawtucket Police, which was funny.
Saw that.
Funny. There is no Pawtucket brewery that we could find.
Piss off.
But it was very pretty, like Providence, super pretty, like a college town. Like, and as well, we had Shake Shack there, and they got the burger with the avocado, and the avocado was like cardboard. So I complained, and then I got a $30 voucher the second time. Gang.
$30 voucher.
That's what they did last time. It was $35 last time I complained, and they fucked up. So that was chill. So we did Providence. That was just one night. Then we went to Boston. which now is like in probably my top 3 favorite cities. Boston is my first time there. So fucking dope. Like I could not believe how dope Boston is. We stayed in this area called Seaport, which is Boston, which is kind of like, it's like Old Port, but not really kind of thing. It's like where all the hotels are for the most part. Nice. And like it was walking distance from Trillium. I won't go too much into beer shit, but anyway, it was close. It was fire. So part of our plan was kind of what Dan was saying. You went to Mexico for tacos. We went to New England for lobster rolls and chowder. So we were like,
chowder. It's pronounced chowder.
Chowder. So we were like, all right, fuck it. We went in, and look, I have a lactose sensitivity. I was shitting water for like 5 days. Like, it was a mess, bro. It was a terrible bati situation. But weed is legal in Massachusetts, so we bought some gummies. So we were like blitzed the whole time and fucking like walking around. Like, I cannot believe how dope Boston is. Like, I fucking loved it. Like, I'm very excited to go back.
Because you're on gummies, is that why?
I don't think so, but I think that helped the situation. The weather was great. You know what it's like when you, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's part of it.
I know.
But say like we went to. It was so good, bro. We went to this area called North End, which is like it's almost like the old port, but like red brick. And they had all the streets closed, like the Italian area, but they had all the streets closed for like a street festival. So it was all of a sudden we're high as fuck with Barrington, and then it was just cunts everywhere. Like, what the fuck? And then we went to Trillium, which is one of my bucket list breweries, and they were around the corner from the hotel, and on the same, so it was Trillium, right next to it was Trader Joe's, and then on the corner right next to that was Shake Shack. It was probably the greatest.
Wow.
Holy Trinity of fucking
like craft beer, goodness. TJ's, Shake Shack, goat stout. Like, imagine being high and not knowing that, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was crazy.
Oh my goodness,
that was fun. There's another area called the South End, which we really loved. And we ended up visiting, I think it was 25 or 27 breweries in this time. So we went like nuts. Went to a lot of breweries, a lot of what's it called? Bucket list breweries that I want to go to. This one called Treehouse. If Khan knows about that, I went to 2 of the Treehouse locations. Crazy. So Boston was fire. Then we went to Portland, Maine. Portland is sick. I didn't realize it's like this big hilly place. Breweries there were disgusting. The fucking food was fucking incredible. Everyone is super nice. Weather was great. Beautiful place. We went to a cafe. Have you guys seen Succession? Have you seen Succession?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That is.
Okay, so if you don't know, then it's really not going to be that important. Do you know it, Dan, or no? You know the show, but you haven't seen it, right?
I know the show. I know the story you're also going to say. Okay.
So there's this cafe called Tandem Coffee that my friend Nate, Shasta Nate, who's my co-host on BOS, he told me about it because he went to Portland, I don't know, last year or something, and he told me about that. So I was like, boom, we'll hit that. So on the way out, we were going to Vermont, and we went to this cafe, and I was like, oh, Tiff, I'll just wait in the car. Usually it's just easier to not go in with Barrington, so someone stays in the car, someone goes in. And she went in, and then she sends me a video, and it was the character Cousin Greg from Succession was just casually in there, scruffy beard, shitty polo, just with some girl, like sitting there. And as I was like, what the fuck? Did you say hi? And she's like, no. I was like, who is this annoying guy blocking my video? She was taking a video of the place. And
awesome.
Then as we drove out past them, we saw them sitting on the patio just there. So like Portland, Maine must be where like the New York cunts go to just vacate because it's so beautiful. It's like nature everywhere, beaches and all this stuff. We just did city things, delicious. But so sick. So all of those times, we spent an obscene amount of money, and once we looked at the credit card when we got back, we're like, oh, Jesus. But it was worth it for the food. Like now we're gonna tone it the fuck back. It was chowder. The chowder was crazy. All the lobster rolls were just fucking bonkers. The oysters, I've never had oysters like this in my entire life. Like,
no, you love lobsters, you massive.
Yeah, it's lobster rolls are just drown me in them. And anyway, the oysters were fucking crazy. So Portland was cool. We went back to Vermont. Hadn't been to Vermont in like 3.5 years. So a bunch of breweries, went all over there. We got to hang out for an hour and a half with this dude. Once again, I won't go too deep into beer, but there's a brewery called Hill Farmstead that voted the best brewery in the world for many, many years. So the owner and the main brewer of that, he hung out with us for like an hour and a half, which is fantastic. We had a great conversation with him. His name's Sean Hill. That was just awesome. Just chatting with him and just having a real talk, and he not really knowing who we were at all, and took the time to hang out and stuff. That was very, very fucking cool. What else did we do there? So Vermont was lit, and then we went to Montreal, and it was really cool to be back in Montreal. We went to our friend's cafe out there. So you know Simon, who used to work at Gamba, and then he started his own place, Dan?
Yeah, I know of him. I never actually met him, but
you never met him. So we went to his cafe. Okay, you know the kind. But yeah, it was great to see his spot. It's on Bélanger and Saint Laurent, so Little Italy, just down from like Biro and Jean Toulon. So it was a cool spot. Very happy for him to see that. Caught up with a bunch of friends, went to a bunch of favorite breweries, had our event, which was cool. But everything was unattended. Like the event was quiet, but every brewery we went to was quiet everywhere in every city. Like they in Treehouse, they went to 2 different ones in Massachusetts. In the main one, they have a Instagram or a Twitter account that has a drone so they can monitor the line, how long the line is. And they have shuttle buses from the lower car park to the main thing. We just walked.
Where is this?
It's called Treehouse in Charlton, Massachusetts. It's they're like the haze gods of kind of there. They're one of the originators. I think Sean Hill started haze, and they kind of were one of the first ones after that. And their branding, it's just like, it must be $100 million business. It's just insane, like what they had. It's fucking crazy. So like everything was quiet. We got into everywhere we wanted to. All these restaurants that were saying we'd call up, said an hour, we rock up, and it was 30 seconds to wait to get in, type of thing. Like everything was quiet. So I don't know if it was August and everyone was just away or something. So then, yeah, Montreal was really cool. And then we went to Prince Edward County on the way back as well, which was nice. Our friend Ryan has a food truck there, so Big Buns Burgers. Shouts to Ryan. So,
Big Buns.
Yeah, and it was delicious. I even showed him chicken salt. So he ordered some off Amazon because I helped him a lot with a lot of stuff. And he ordered some, and then he replicated and made his own chicken salt for his fries and stuff, so they had this like unique flavor.
What a gangster!
Yeah,
that is so good. I'm honestly, dude,
you should get out there. Like,
I'm getting a car soon. I'm gonna go drive there and buy a fucking 15 burgers and eat them.
Honestly,
whole neck.
It's fucking really good. It was very impressive. Like, really impressed with that. But yeah, man, great trip. That was really cool. So now I come back, and it took. I was exhausted. I'm still fucking exhausted, even though it's been like a week and a half or something, 2 weeks. I don't even know. 2 weeks? I think 2 weeks. Whatever. I'm fucked. Okay. So, yeah, probably 2. But yeah, ready to go, ready to rock. It's been good, you know. So that was the last 6 weeks, I guess, for all of us, you know. It's been big time.
That's literally it.
So we have this list of shit. Obviously, we're coming up to an hour on the pod anyway. So maybe we could run through.
We could do that. I was also thinking I have a Complex here. From August 1st, and I can just list off anything important.
Yes, but we have our list. You could do that too. I'm kind of not fussed because I'm like, maybe there's just a couple things we wanted to talk about, but things are kind of old that are pointless.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Alabama brawl, we missed that with the chair. Like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
So like, but everyone's talked about it. You know, rest in peace, Magoo, Timberland and Magoo.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that Bobby Althorpe, whatever her name, like her downfall, the one who had Drake on and all the drama with that.
She had Shaq on recently.
So she's still podding.
She's still podding right now, but
an episode's got taken down.
Yeah,
it's weird, man.
Apparently, I heard a whole bunch of stuff about that. I didn't even know how much I really care, but apparently Drake played a song to her during the podcast, knowing that if he wanted to, he could execute a copyright claim, and they did, and that's what took the episode down. But all right. But so I mean, there's I don't care. Apparently, you know what? I'll just really quickly just read a couple things, and then Dan, you can do the complex. Because I think that's the easy. I don't even know if we need to react to a bunch of this. Apparently, Ye has a new album coming. Keep hearing about it.
Good shit. I heard his verse recently. It was lit.
Yeah, on someone else's song. I forgot who it was, but
it was on some random, I think, New York or Chicago rapper's song. Maybe an Atlanta guy. I don't know. Yeah. But he wasn't even like, he's not a feature on the song. It's just, I don't know.
He's just on it.
Just go on Apple Music and he's on it. I'm just like, this guy's, there's a lit verse there.
Cunts was saying it was AI.
No
No
way.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think that could be on. I don't think that could be on Apple Music if it was.
Good point. Well, that other guy, that ghostwriter dude, he did a second song now. So he was the guy who did the Drake and was it just Drake?
Weekend.
Drake and Weekend.
Drake and Weekend.
So he did another song with Travis Scott and 21 Savage, and it's actually fucking sick.
No, but even that Drake song is fucking sick. The Drake and Weekend song is incredible.
And you know what? They submitted it for a Grammy because it was written by a human. Even though it's not really Drake, it's still written by this guy.
Funny.
Isn't that insane?
It's so insane, bro. Like, I feel like that's a whole podcast in itself, talking about the AI shit and how serious it's getting. I feel like we can expand on that maybe next week or something.
We could. That'll be a good sidestep. We could go.
Yeah, right. I feel like that would be an interesting conversation. So that Tory Lane's got 10 years, whilst Pop Smoke's Killers got 4. Pretty ridiculous.
Wow.
Insane.
Drake announced the Top Boy final chapter, like the final season, which is interesting. Russ said that artists shouldn't drop albums, particularly when no one's checking for you. So like drop singles and stuff. That's why we used to drop mixtapes, by the way. We didn't do albums for a long time. So that's cool. Fousey in general, but I feel like the Fousey hype was right when we were away when he was in Toronto and like. Do you know who Fousey is, Nosh?
Is that guy who's absolutely fucking insane on fucking coke all the time?
On Twitch or whatever?
Or whatever. Like, I don't know. I've only seen him on that the Grand Chat Instagram, just going off his head.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. He's a YouTuber and now he's a streamer, and he's mentally ill and
he's obviously. Absolutely. I think he's kind of scary to like consume his content. I don't really like it. He's so off his chops. I'm like, you know what? I don't see that today.
I think that was the highlight of my summer, watching Fousey live. It was just I've never seen.
Why are we being entertained by someone who's mentally ill?
It was the epitome.
It's like watching a car accident.
Sad.
It was everything. Like, I just can't believe how entertaining it was.
We were like, Dan, go down, go rent a car and go see him. And just go pick him up.
Right next. No, he was right at Dundas Square. He was right next to my crib. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and get.
Why was he in Toronto?
Just for the weekend, for the fuck of it.
Basically, his chat dictated where he went.
Yeah. So like he was letting them, but like him growing so quickly is so crazy. He's like had everything, lost it all. Had everything, lost it all, like 3 or 4 times. Because that's how fucked he always is. He keeps wasting
he was
money.
massive, like one of the OGs on YouTube. He was huge
by doing pranks, and he was faking his pranks, and he was the first to admit it too. So he's an endearing guy when you hear him talk, but when he's manic doing the streams, you're like, oh, he's terrifying because he's yelling at people. He's not violent though. Like he's just scary because he yells at you and shit.
Yeah, he's just unpredictable with how he will react to you, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I kind of switched off though. Kind of what you were saying, Nosh. It was fun, like Dan. Like you're right. Like when it was happening, it was like you couldn't stop watching. But when after a while, it was like this is exhausting and kind of like scary to watch this guy just devolve into. Exactly. And he was just mean to everybody. I don't know.
Why is that what we're watching?
Well, because it's like a car crash, right? Everyone wants to watch the crazy shit and see someone fall apart in real life. Because it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like that fucking Blueface and that other dumb bitch who's like having a baby now.
Yeah, they're just fucking. That's a different level of
like ratchet shit. Like that's the focus. Like that's part of like fucking China's psychological warfare for North America. Like you've dumb shit to talk about, like fucking blah blah blah. That's exactly what I'm hearing when you guys talk about this shit. It's fucking.
Well, if you on this topic, have you watched The Ultimatum? The Ultimatum is fucking sick. Oh my god, it's the best show I've ever seen.
It's the most intense reality show, like love show, whatever, relationship reality show that
I haven't finished it yet, but like,
it's the third
so
season
good,
too.
Man.
It's like, and it just keeps getting worse. They're just so messy. You can't help but like.
So messy. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, it's
like Lionel Messi.
Like, messy like Lionel.
Big ups Miami.
Yeah, he's someone to speak about this summer. He's just been killing it.
He's been just quietly.
He's just been like wearing a pink shirt, just kicking goals, mate. Literally.
We should all get one. We should all. Goals. I was gonna look to get one because you can get it in white, but it's like $200.
Don't. Like,
no, it's because it's Miami. No,
you're
not
dick riding F word. You love the attention.
No, it's because it's Miami. I have my like Florida teams and then Ontario teams.
God, dude.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah. Hey man.
Miami's fine. What's wrong with that?
No, I don't want the pink because it doesn't go with any of my Yeezys. But the white could be fine.
The whole point is for it to stand out, doggy dog. Doesn't matter what you.
I don't want to. I'm not camera.
They had the fake ones.
The fake ones?
ones in
that's fine.
Mexico.
Yeah, I bet. Did you get one?
They're better than
Mom-
that. I was
Mom
going
beat.
to. I was close.
Should do a song called "Fake Ones."
Okay.
Just have it.
Should I keep running through this list? I'm almost there.
Yeah,
Do it.
go on.
Eminem dissed the
man.
game, Melly Mel, and some other cunts on that Easy Mills new song, and this Easy Mill guy is the new protege of like Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Boring.
Justin Trudeau and his wife separated.
Yeah, fuck that stupid cunt. He can fucking die in a fire. Sorry, mate.
No, you're right. Yep, eat shit and die. The Donda 2 set, that house is for sale. They're actually selling the set. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's going to buy. Kai Cenat had a riot in New York City. He just turned up and then everything fucking went
that was
nuts.
ridiculous.
So, streamers.
Yeah.
Hip Hop turned 50 on August 11th. Very cool.
Happy birthday, cunt.
Big ups Hip Hop. Fat Joe's Don Cartagena album, 25 years. Just hit. Very cool.
Tight. Big one.
These are now, no, that was the older stuff that we had for last time in the thing. Now here's some slightly newer stuff. Dan sent a picture of Pusha T wearing an Arsenal jersey in this like campaign.
The color is good.
Yeah, the
Like
colors
a
is
jersey.
clean. Yeah.
Honestly.
It wasn't even like a jersey, was it?
With Nana.
No, it was like a training polo or something.
Yeah, it was
I just saw it because I obviously follow Arsenal on Instagram. I was like, "Is that Pusha T?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was just like so confused. I was like, "Why is he there?" And they didn't even like make a big deal out of it. They were just like, "Here's our new training top," and like no mention of Pusha T being there. It's just like he's just there.
Well, I think in the carousel there was like 8 posts, and I think all the other people were celebrities too that I didn't recognize. I think they were British celebs. So like
They might have been all athletes. I'm not too sure.
or athletes. Yeah. Just cunts wearing it. So that's pretty drippy. Kate Renata and Childish Gambino were doing a song from Childish Gambino's new album. So that's a good look for Kate. Big ups Kevin. Kevin in the building. Now the UFC from Saturday, with predominantly the Stylebender versus Sean Strickland fight was the only one I saw. Do you guys want to run through that since we do punchy fighty sports here now?
Well,
Basically.
he got absolutely fucked up. Oh my god! And people are saying it's the biggest upset in UFC history.
So they're thinking that he was just gonna. This was defending the title, right?
Yes.
Yeah. People think he was just gonna retain like easily. Because Sean, what's Sean, number 5, rank 5 or something? And he was just like, "Yeah, I'll fight you," and he got absolutely banged. Like he got fucked up. Couldn't believe it.
I really like Stylebender too. I think he's a sick cunt.
Yeah, he's a G. But he got fucked
and he
up,
took it like a champion too. Like he was not a pussy about it. He's like, "Yeah, man, he got me." I know. I kind of just like that. Something about that, like when you
There's
just
something
like
flashed about how he was like everything, like the whole fight, just the way he was holding himself, like the way like he came in, like it didn't seem
confident,
like normal. Yeah, it didn't seem like normal. It was like he was.
Did he admit that?
I don't
Did
know.
he say like, "Oh, I came into this all fucked up"? But that probably sounds like an excuse, I guess, right?
Yeah, I don't think he'd admit that.
I don't think he said that, but like just the way he, I watched it, just the way he came in, it didn't look as like ready to go. But also, he did look, little like fluid and loose pause, like when he was coming into the ring and getting ready for the fight. And Strickland was really like kind of tensed up, but he was also holding his like stance and shit. So I don't know, it was weird, but like the first round just was shocking, and then he never recovered from that big skitty puck.
Yeah, he should have got knocked out in the first round.
Honestly, super close, dude. The ref.
I don't know how he survived. I don't know.
The ref was like, "No, it's good. Good. He's not fucking getting overwhelmed enough to stop it." So, kudos to the ref, because that could have been even worse. Imagine if they stopped it then. He would have got. Then he probably would have been sour at the loss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he got the chance to come back, and he was on his heels the whole time, and Buddy just kept chasing him around. It was crazy, man.
Yes, he was. He was chasing him the whole time. That's what I remember. It's just backing up. Like it was like, oh, this is interesting. I thought this is like
that's where it's got a lot of the points. It's like dominance of the ring and like aggression and like continually pushing it forward. That's a lot of points right there. Even if you're not smacking the cunt all the time, just that dominance of the ring and making dictating where everybody goes. Like that's a lot of points. That's why he won the other two. He won. The first one he got huge fucking hit, almost killed him.
Right.
But then the rest of it was all just dominance of the ring, pause, and like making sure he, covered him.
Gotcha.
Crazy fight though, dude.
Yeah.
So the fights earlier before that were way more exciting. Like some of those were just throwing fucking psycho dog punches, blood everywhere.
Damn.
So yeah, those psycho fights, the probably two before that were more exciting than the main event.
Okay, interesting. All right, it was a good one though. It was always
it
good
was
to
decent,
watch.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Oh, I forgot to. This one's interesting. I watched the Shane Gillis "Beautiful Dogs" Netflix special. I am a beautiful dog, and it was great. Shane's the fucking best. Shane's the fucking man. So highly recommend that. He's hilarious. So big up Shane. No, it's like literally he was quoting Trump, like "Got other dogs, beautiful dogs," and he just named it after.
Oh, right.
So there's nothing to do with dogs at all. It was like he talked to the whole thing, and it was in the last like 30 seconds. Like he said that, and then he named the whole fucking thing that. So he does a great Trump. It's very funny. He's I think Shane Gillis is like he's gonna be the Bill Burr, Louis C.K. kind of level. Like he's that good. I think he's exceptional. Funniest kind of like the type is you know him. Have you heard him talk on Rogan or anything?
Let me see if I can.
I don't know him.
You don't know? Oh my goodness!
Shane Gillis.
Yeah,
I should watch it. Then I should watch it.
Oh yeah, please. GILL.
Oh, this guy, yeah. Fucking oath.
Like, yeah, dude. Everything's like, dude. What are you talking about, dude? Everything's like, dude, at the end of every line. I love the cunts who talk like that.
Right, he's
and he's just so fucking funny, cunt.
That's true. I haven't seen too much on him lately.
Highly, highly recommend that. And I just got a notification now that Michelle Wolf's new special on Netflix also just dropped. And she's great. She's probably the favorite female comedian, I would say. Oh, aside from this other chick, Adrian Iapolucci, who opened for Louis C.K. when he did his big live streamed one in February or whatever. Nice. She's a gangster. Only a couple more things. Bill Gates bought $1 billion of Heineken, the company, and $95 million of AB InBev, which is like Budweiser and stuff. Very interesting that the devil... Button? Boo. Do I have a boo? Do I have a boo?
Like
what about...
No.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
because that cunt's a joke.
Yeah, fuck Bill Gates forever and a day. So I don't know if just saying anything that he's involved in, I'd probably stay away from. You know what I'm saying? So if you're drinking any of those beers, mate,
some mRNA in the beers,
that's what so you want to watch out for that. Kendrick Lamar did a Drake sneak diss on the song called Element, and Big Sean, French Montana, Meek Mill, J-Elec, and Drake on that. It wasn't anything really crazy, to be honest, but the internet.
It wasn't, but he was shook. He was shook, so he took it off. So
yeah, exactly. Diddy gave Bad Boy Artists their publishing back after all these years, which is interesting. I don't know.
Very surprising.
Right? Which said, fucked up because like Craig Mack died, Black Rob died, and so probably should have done that a lot. Maybe these people might have been alive still if they had the money to get the right care they needed or whatever the fuck. So, I guess better late than never. Sean.
Sean.
The lead singer of Smash Mouth passed away like the other day. That's sad.
I know.
Yep. And today there was an Apple event where they announced the iPhone 15 and then a new watch and shit, which I pulled up here. So it looks kind of...
You're doing too much.
They are doing a lot. But if you were in the market for an iPhone, like you wouldn't go... Like I have the 14 Pro, whatever it is. Like I wouldn't... It's like every 2 years. That's when the thing is... That's all you need. Even every 2 years depends on how you use a phone. It's not that serious, but... It's always interesting to see some stuff. I'm trying to just scan through the Twitter thing of it now because I didn't watch it. But it looks... The only bad thing is they changed the lightning cable at the bottom to USB-C, so it's the same as Androids now. Which I guess is probably good for...
It's good. USB-C is rapid, man. It's so quick.
They are probably quicker, but that means all of your cables in the entire house are useless. All of them.
I have
all of them.
Few USB-C cables, to be honest with you.
USB to USB-C, USB-C to USB-C, like
both sides. I got USB-C to C. Well, a bunch of shit.
I do not have any of those because the phones are still.
What do you use USB-A? Like, do you use A to Lightning or C to Lightning?
Both. So
okay.
This computer, this laptop is brand new. This has C on the side. Actually, so did my old one. And then all my little wall plugs are the original USB.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So like I would have to change everything. So when we do this next year, literally every single thing in this house is completely useless. You're gonna start from scratch, which is fucking whack. So anyway, that was that. Okay. The only that's all I had from here. So I don't know. Did you have anything that you wanted to add in that you're seeing on Complex there that felt like we wanted to touch on?
Any notable things? Okay. The Metro card in New York. Did you see? They added a bunch of hip hop artists onto it because of Hip Hop 50.
That's sick. I did not see that.
It was lit. They had I forgot the guy's name. What's his name? In the pink mink with the pink telephone. Cameron. Yes, they had him on it. They had Pop Smoke on it. They had
That's so funny. That was funny that you didn't know Cameron's name. I love that.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're a baby, sir.
Dipset.
I'm sorry. Dipset. But yeah, they had Cameron. They had Pop Smoke. It was lit.
Cool.
So they had that. Travis brought out Kanye. In his
yes.
Where was it again? It was in Italy, right?
Rome. It was Rome.
There you go.
Yeah. Which is gangster.
Yeah.
And they did Can't Tell Me Nothing and
Praise God.
Fuck, that song slaps.
Oof.
So good. So fucking good.
Disgusting.
Drake is still doing his concert. I think it's almost done now, right?
It must be. Oh, his album is coming out next.
His album's coming out in 2 weeks.
September 22nd. So it must be next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. Because this Friday's the 15th, so the following, yeah. For all the dogs, Big Drizzy coming through.
I heard Lil Yachty say that these are the best bars Drake has ever written, and some of the stuff he's going to say on them will really make you think of something like that. I don't know. You'll be like really surprised.
Okay, Drizzly.
Okay,
Drizzles. I see you, my guy.
Drizzle. I'm very, very excited for that.
Yeah, moist, some might say.
I'm quite moist. Aaliyah passed away 22 years ago.
Oh, what was the date? That was August 16th. I think.
Yes, August 16th. Yeah. So yeah, that happened 22 years ago.
That's horrendous.
Tragedy. Let me see here. Got a few more things. We have Jamie Foxx seems to be doing fine now.
So they talking is Count's like talking about him and shit, or
he's talking?
Not necessarily. I think he's talking more. Yeah,
he's talking more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
So it's just like, yeah, he's just back to normal, it seems, which is good.
Okay.
Which I'm very, very happy about. And
Big up James.
Got a few more things here. A few more tangs up here. Oh, you know what? There's an interesting post Complex put. It was, you can only choose one, and it was, what bread makes the best breakfast sandwich?
Okay. What were the options?
Okay. Here are the options. A bagel, a waffle, English muffin, a biscuit, a croissant, or a buttermilk slice.
I would say a croissant for sure for a breakfast sandwich. If you wanted to like have a closed thing with like bacon, egg, and cheese, or sausage, egg, and cheese, something like that, croissant, god tier.
Interesting.
God tier.
Interesting. I'm going for the bagel myself.
I was going to say, like,
they're chewy and they're harder to bite down. Sorry, no, just keep going.
No.
But I love how chewy they are.
So, okay, but think about a sandwich. There's nothing beats lox, like a cream cheese, salmon, smoked salmon, capers, and then a poached egg on a bagel. That's god tier. Like, that's like, I don't know if anything beats that. Close second, maybe like an eggs Benny or something like that on like the English muffin, or on, I've had an eggs Benny on cornbread recently. Fire.
How was that?
Exceptional. I don't even know where that was. Somewhere, and it was fire. So then bagels as a sandwich, by the time you put the shit in the middle, like, you can barely get your mouth over the bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to eat. It's not practical. I'm not even going to pause it. I'm not going to pause it. I refuse.
No, that's fair enough.
That's the only reason. I think bagels are incredible, but as a sandwich, I don't know if they cut.
Yeah, croissant or English muffin for me, mate.
Oh, muffin.
English muffin is that's a good choice.
Can't go wrong with English muffin. No fucking muffin.
Love a good I'll tell you that much.
Oh, mate. Do they call it muff?
Mate.
Is muff something here? Do you say muff here, or is that just an Aussie thing?
Nah, I think that's an Aussie thing.
What about gash?
Maybe.
Gash.
Oh, gash as in
Trim.
As in
fuck is...
a gash is a vagina.
Yeah.
No, we don't say gash.
With golden axe.
The what?
I've never.
It's where God hits you with the golden axe.
Yeah, there you go. Just
Oh,
fuck
it's
off.
one of those little Johnny jokes. It's one of those little Johnny jokes. It's like Johnny's in the shower with his mum. He's like, "Mum, what's that?" So I go, "That's where God hit me with the golden axe." She's like, "Oh, I must have hurt hitting the cunt with an axe."
Oh my god. What the fuck am I hearing?
Well, that's
I've
the
never
clip.
heard this.
No, it's not.
never-
The clip is
ever
our
heard this
intro.
Oh, that was so good. Oh,
Nowhere
Joe.
C and Nowhere No Dog or whatever it was. But the intro.
Oh, yeah,
clip.
the intro. The intro was
But
good.
even though that was good, we can do two. Do both of them.
I was going to do that and then the Glizzy Overdrive when Dan came in with the...
Do all three of them. Fuck.
Oh,
just
probably could
content
count them
for
all in. I don't know if I want to
people.
say... Oh, yeah, I guess you could make 3 clips. Yeah, true. And make them more shorter.
You can. Ooh.
That would be the optimal way to promote the pod. Anyway, was there anything else we want to jump in on, Dan?
CLB and Donda, 2 years today. They don't feel that old.
Really?
2 years. Yeah. Well, not today, sorry. This week, sorry. Let me say this week. But that is crazy.
That's pretty
I'm
crazy.
very surprised.
Okay.
I still stand by CLB
Donda's
being
2.
better, but...
Then Donda? I have to go back
Yeah.
and re-listen because I can't even remember. I was listening to some songs of Donda 2 the other day and I was like, oh, yeah.
No, yeah, I was listening to it recently, actually. It's lit. It is still lit. It's good shit.
Okay.
I think that is all from
That is
here.
all? Okay, I feel like this was a good catch-up episode. I always feel like whenever we have these longer breaks, it's cool to have the little catch-up and just, see what's going on. Because I imagine, mans want to know what's going on. All that, people listening in the summer. We were still charting somewhere, too, like Angola. It came in my email yesterday, which I was like, damn, all right, that's pretty fucking lit. Big ups
That's
to...
pretty lit.
I think it was Angola. Hang on, we're going to tell you really. Where is it? Quick. Oh, fuck. Chartable Digest. It is Ukraine, sorry. We're number 207 in general in the Ukraine.
Ah.
Not
In
bad.
the middle of a war, cunts are listening to this goddamn podcast.
How does that happen? Thanks, mate.
We are everything. We are
We're
everything.
Just
keeping,
out here.
keeping the cunts of the Ukraine
We're
just
keeping them
fucking-
happy, talking bullshit.
Just
Thanks
talking
so much.
all sorts of nonsense. So, with that said...
Ooh.
Oh, talk to me.
yeah.
Talk to me.
No, don't worry. It's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah? Do you want to write it down for next time?
It's so
Yeah.
fun.
We'll put it down. We'll put it down.
I already added next week's thing here as well. So
Okay,
look, let's
good.
bring this bitch on home. I know Notion has somewhere to be. Let's do a little fummy. Oh, do I want to grab something? What can I grab? Let's grab a
Oh,
Yeezy.
like, I got a new plant still. It's a bonsai.
Right, loop on my sunnies.
Yeah, put on the sunny so you can do Glizzy Overdrive. I'm gonna have boy. All right, hold up. All right, you ready?
I'm gonna do it like this.
Ready, cuts?
Yes.
Love it. Daniel, where can everybody overdrive your Glizzy online?
Wow.
HCFGXMING. There you go. Hit me up
All
there.
right, hit him up.
Just
Offer him a
follow
Glizzy.
me there. Offer me one. I'll
No.
take 2.
Holy shit, mate. Get me on it at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and fucking Facebook, whatever. At Notion MTB on YouTube, at Notion MTB on Instagram, at Illinois Studios, everywhere else. Get a dog up you.
Up you can get me CWFFR on Instagram and I can't even talk. Instagram
Wow.
and Twitter or X and Pornhub.
yeah.
And it's CWTMF on what's the other joint? Facebook and TikTok. I haven't done this for ages, so I forgot.
Grinder.
I'm definitely Grinder. No, Grinder is Sweet Dick Willie 69. And guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the pod, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, and hit that notification bell with Glizzy Overdrive.
Ding, ding, ding.
And follow us everywhere at The Movement Fam, and of course Bad Habits Pod on Instagram. We'll be back next week. We have it scheduled. We're going to be, now that we're back in work mode, we're going to make it work every week. So guys, get a dog up here. Peace,
Woof.
peace,
Goodbye.
peace, you cunts, peace. Glizzy. Ooh, Glizzy.
Oh my goodness, this guy's lost his mind.
Glizzy.